Hello student, welcome to the Gautam classes. So today is our topic general properties of the first group element. You know that what is the first group element? This another name is also alkali metal. In that first group element, what element is coming? That is lithium, sodium, potassium, rubidium, cesium, and francium. So look in that those are the francium, that is the radioactive element. Remaining other those are the group member, they are non-radioactive element. So in that our first trend is electronic configuration. What is in that those are the general electronic configuration for this group element, that is the ns1. What is the n? N is our last cell. That means we can say that valence cell. N is our valence cell and S is the last orbital. So in that alkali metal elements, those are the last electron that is entering into the S orbital. That is why we are telling our alkali metal is S block element. Suppose we want to write the electronic configuration for lithium, that is the atomic number is what? 3. So 1s2, 2s2, no, 1s2, 2s1, like that. What about for the sodium? Sodium atomic number is 11. We can write the electronic configuration 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, and 3s1. So look, in all that, those are the last electron that is entering into the s orbital. So for that potassium, what we are going to write? That will be the 4s1. For the rubidium, 5s1. For the cesium, 6s1. And what about for the francium? We can write 7s1. And remaining other thing will be common isomer. That I wrote the valence electronic configuration. So look, in all that, those are the last electron that is entering into the s orbital. So we can say that they are the s block element. What about the size of the atoms and ions? So look, on going top to the bottom, on going top to bottom along the group, along the group, atomic size is increasing. Atomic size is increasing. So thing is that actually why atomic size is going to increase, there is reason behind it. Because of those are the shielding effect that is decreasing. On going top to the bottom, shielding effect is decreasing, shielding effect is increasing, sorry, not decreasing, increasing. So shielding effect is increasing. Shielding effect is increasing on going top to the bottom. Number of cell is also increasing. What is number of cell is also increasing. If number of cell is increasing, so electron will enter into the new cell, so atomic size is going to increase. So what about the atomic size order? In that, if given that lithium, sodium, potassium, rubidium, cesium. So in that cesium having the highest atomic size, then rubidium, then potassium, then sodium, at the end lithium. So atomic size order is that one. Second thing is coming. What about the ionic radii? For the ionic radii, when we are writing here, lithium plus, sodium plus, potassium plus, rubidium plus, and cesium plus, that will be the also same trend, because of we are going to liberate only one electron. Now thing is coming here, when we are going to compare the atomic size and ionic size. So if I'm going to ask here, if lithium is given that and lithium ion is given that, so which one having the larger size? So size of the lithium is greater than what? Lithium ion. So actually from here we can conclude one thing. What conclusion will come here? Atomic size of the parent atom of the cation is greater than uh, greater. So what is the reason behind it? Actually why this those are the cationic size of its parent atom is less. When we are going to remove one electron, there is a valence of cell is also decreasing. For the lithium, what is the electronic configuration? For the lithium, electronic configuration is 1s2 and 2s1. So by removing one electron, what will happen? From here, one orbital will, that means one cell will disappear. So after that, only one cell is remains. This a thing. Second thing, because of number of electron is decreasing, by decreasing the number of electron repulsion will decrease. What is that? Electron repulsion will decrease. Electron repulsion will decrease. If electron repulsion is decreasing, so those are the outermost cell electron, they will strongly approaches towards the nucleus. If outermost cell is strongly approaches towards the nucleus, so what will happen? Our atomic size or no our ionic size will shrink. If ionic size is going to shrink, so definitely its size will decrease from the its parent atom. So hope you got the idea properly. And next point is coming, ionization energy. So you all is knowing that what is the ionization energy? The minimum amount of energy is required to liberate one electron from its isolated gaseous atom valence shell. That is called ionization energy. Okay. So first ionization energy for the atoms in this group are appreciably lower than those for the any other group in the periodic table. Actually, why this thing is happening? You know that those are the ionization energy. It is inversely proportional to what? Atomic size. Inversely proportional to atomic size. And those are the first group element. They are having the largest atomic size among uh, as compared to other group member, as compared to other those are present like a second group element, third group element, fourth group element. As compared to this group element, our first group element having the largest atomic size. So if size of the atom is higher, so definitely removal of the electron is very easy. Why removal of the electron is very easy? Look, that is our nucleus. First cell, second cell, third cell, fourth cell, fifth cell, like that. If electron is present in the first cell, so it is having the higher electrostatic attraction. If electron is present in second cell, it is having the strong electrostatic attraction but less as compared to first cell. So A, B, C, D, E, if I am giving like that number, A, B, C, D, E, and that one is the F. If electron is present in the C subcell, suppose that, so definitely what we can say that if electron present in C subcell, it is having the less electrostatic attraction. So removal of the electron from the C subcell is easier as compared to removal of the electron in E subcell. That is why we can say that those are the first group element, they are having the lower lower ionization energy. So ionization energy order is what is that? Which one having the highest? Lithium, then sodium, then potassium, after that rubidium, then after that cesium. This is the thing. Lithium having the lowest atomic size, that is why those are the electron, it is strongly attracted towards the nucleus, so removal of the electron is difficult. But when we are going to compare the second ionization energy, that is the order to remove electron is difficult. You know why? Suppose we are taking the example of the sodium. So what electronic configuration of the sodium? Sodium electronic configuration is 1s2, 2s2, 2p6 and 3s1. So now we are going to remove one electron. So by that removal, whatever amount of energy is required, that is called the first ionization energy. So one electron we are going to remove from what? 3s subcell. So after removal the electron, what will happen? 1s2, 2s2, 2p6. Look, now how many electron is present here? There are total 10 electron. So that is the electronic configuration of the neon. What is the electronic configuration of the neon? And also those are the valence shell that is having the complete 8 electron. What we can write? 2 comma 8. And you know that removal of the electron from the fully filled orbital is very very difficult. That is why we are saying that those are the second ionization energy of the first group element is greater than the first ionization energy. Second ionization energy of the first group element is greater than the first ionization energy. That is the thing. So hope you got the idea why we are saying like that. This is because of after removal the one electron, they are going to attain the noble gas electronic configuration of the nearest atom. Suppose that we are going to write for the lithium. Lithium having the 3 electron, so 1s2, 2s1. After removal one electron, what will happen here? 1s2. Actually, that is the electronic configuration of the helium. So you know that helium is the noble gas. Removal of the electron from here, it is very, very difficult. That is why second ionization energy will be higher here as compared to the first one. Electronegativity and bond type. You know that because of here size of the first group element is larger. What is the size of the first A group elements is large. So if first group element size is large, so what about the electropositive character? Electropositive character, electropositive character is higher. If electropositive character is higher, so which character will be lowest? Electronegative character is lowest. So electronegative character is lower. This is the thing. So now we are going to check here what is the electronegativity order in first group element. So look, on going top to the bottom, size of the atom is increasing. So those one having the higher size, for that electropositive character will be higher. If electropositive character will be higher, so electronegative character will be lower. Actually, electropositive electropositive character directly proportional to what? Atomic size. Directly proportional to atomic size. And those are the electronegative character inversely proportional to atomic size. So what about electronegative here? Lithium having the highest, then after that sodium, then potassium, then rubidium, after that is coming cesium. So because of those are the first group element, they are highly electropositive in nature. So they are having tendency to make the ionic compound with the highly electronegative atom. So those are the first group element. They are going to make the ionic compound with what? Seventh A group element. Fantastically, they are making the ionic compound. So those are first A group element mixing with seventh A group element. What they are going to make? They are going to make the ionic compound. They are making the ionic compound. For example, we can take here. What is example? Like sodium chloride. Sodium chloride. So look, chlorine is the highly electronegative in nature. Sodium is the highly electropositive in nature. So they both can make the ionic compound. We can take the example of potassium fluoride. So potassium fluoride is also ionic compound. That means first and seventh group element combining together, they are making what? Ionic compound. Next thing is coming cohesive energy. It's a really very very important point, and so many students having a confusion in that. So listen properly. The cohesive energy is the force holding the atoms or ions together in the solid. So beta, from here one point you get the idea. Those are the cohesive energy. We are not dealing with the compound. Cohesive energy actually dealing for the atom or ions. So what is the cohesive energy? When two ions or more than two ions is held together. So for this holding, one force is for this holding or holding the atom or ions, one force is existing between them. This force is called what? Cohesive energy. So look, those are the cohesive energy. It is depend on the size of the atom or ions as well as how many valence and electron is present. Because of cohesive energy, we are studying for the holding the atoms or ions. So whatever force is existing between two atoms or ions to hold them together is called the cohesive energy. What about the atomization energy? Atomization energy is needed to convert one mole of molecule into the atomic form, gaseous atomic form. Whatever amount of energy is needed, that is called the atomization energy. That means atomization energy and cohesive energy by the magnitude they are the same, but in which nature they are differ? Sign. So cohesive energy is equal to minus atomization energy. What is that? Minus atomization energy. That means by the magnitude they are same, but their sign is different. So because of the cohesive energy is needed for what? For the cohesive energy for the combination, and atomization energy for the breaking. So magnitude is same, but they are differ in the form of what? They are differ in the form of their sign. So cohesive energy is inversely proportional to atomic size. What is that? Inversely proportional to atomic size and directly proportional to number of valence electron. That means if I am going to write the cohesive energy order here, cohesive energy order. So which one having the highest? Lithium, then sodium, potassium, rubidium, cesium. Now we are going to compare the cohesive energy of the first group element and second group element. So look, first group element, what is the general electronic configuration? That is the ns1. For them, that is the ns2. So how many valence electron is present here? Here valence electron is 2 electron. In that case, valence electron is only 1 electron. That means cohesive energy for the second group element is just double from the first group element. Why? Because of there is a 2 electron is present here, only 1 electron is present in its valence shell. Okay. So if suppose that this cohesive energy for this one is U. So what about cohesive energy for this one? That will be the 2U. And one more thing, those are the cohesive energy directly proportional to the melting point. What is the melting point of element? Directly proportional to melting point of element. That means those one having the higher cohesive energy, for them melting point will be higher. Now we are going to compare for the third group element. So third day and second day, which one having the higher cohesive energy? In the third day group element, 3 electron is present. So cohesive energy for the third group element greater than the second. That is why they are having the higher melting point as compared to second group element. Now melting point and boiling point. Look here. Here first group element, when we are going to write the melting point order. So on going top to the bottom, what is it? Top to the bottom, melting point is decreasing. Top to the bottom, melting point is decreasing. So why this melting point is decreasing? Because of the cohesive energy is decreasing. So melting point order, when we are going to write, what we can say that here. This one is for that we can give the here lithium, then after that sodium, then potassium, rubidium, and cesium. Suppose that we want to write the melting point order, we are going to compare with the first and second group element. So melting point of second group element is greater than the first group element. Why? Because of they are having the higher cohesive energy. So always keep in our mind, those are the melting point we are writing for the element that we are writing on the basis of their cohesive energy, and same order we can give for the boiling point also. Here there is no exceptional case. Next one is coming flame colors and spectra. So as you know that at the room temperature what is happening, I will explain here some point. Suppose that we are considering the two energy state, that is the ground energy state. We are saying that E1, this one is the first excited state E2. So initially suppose that electron is present in, not suppose that, that is a compulsory thing. At the room temperature electron is present in the valence cell, but when we are going to heat them, that means we are going to supply some amount of energy. What will happen, those electrons present in the ground state, it will go into the excited state. So once it is going into the excited state, what will happen, this electron will jump into that. Once this electron is jumped, after some time what will happen, those electron is excited after some time, once again they will return back into its initial state. So while electron is returning back into its initial state, they are emitting the energy, and that emission is taking place in form of spectrum. What is it? In form of spectrum. And this spectrum is associated with certain wavelength. What is it? This spectrum associated with certain wavelength. So by that wavelength it is showing the color. So why those are the first group element, they are showing the color? Because of those are the outermost cell electron, they are loosely bonded. So by heating them, what is happening, electron easily excited into the next energy level. After some time, those are the excited electron, they are returning back into its ground state. So while they are returning back, they are emitting the energy in form of spectrum, and that spectrum is associated with certain wavelength. Those are lying in the visible region, and that wavelength is lying in the what region? Visible region. So it is showing the color. So what color they are showing? Sometime in our IIT JEE Main and NEET, they are asking what is the color for the lithium? That is the crimson, sodium yellow, potassium lilac, rubidium red violet, and cesium blue. So many times they ask in our NEET and JEE exam what is the color of this thing. So hope you understood this thing. Next point is coming oxidation states. So look, as I told that initial itself, those are the general electronic configuration for the first group element is that NS1. So in its outermost shell electron, how many electron is present? There is one electron. So because of only one electron can participate in the bonding, that is why they are going to show the only one oxidation state. What is plus one? They are showing only one oxidation state plus one. So those are our first group element. They all are showing the plus one oxidation state. That means always they are having tendency to donate the one electron. By that they are going to make a bond. So hope you understood these all things. So that lecture will be the useful for you. And thank you for watching.